Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is EmilyHanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. And I'm here today with a whole slew of duping the vibes. So what's hidden beneath these palettes are my take on duping out the Colourpop 5-pan colorful palettes that were released recently. I am filming this intro after having filmed, and let's just say, as per usual with these palette building videos, things did not go exactly as I expected them. So my initial plan when starting this video was to build analogous 5-pans. I was like, I'm gonna take this idea of Colourpops and make it better because, monochromatic color stories are so boring. Well, here's what I found out, and what you'll be watching in the process is that analogous color stories with only 5 colors can be a little challenging. So, what I ended up building, I have 10 different color stories for you, and some of them did end up being analogous, but a lot of them are more in the monochromatic range. And I played with lots of textures, shimmers, shine, multichromes, iridescent shadows, all of that. These are not budget Quint options to replace Colourpop's release. This is the Enily version of the Quints, and I hope that you are here for it and enjoy it. And if you are new here, my name is Emily. I do videos with this overhead style. I dupe the vibes. I build custom palettes. I also love colorful makeup. I have lots of opinions, and if any of that sounds good, if you like cute fat babes in general, you should go ahead and subscribe. And I hope you enjoy this process. I say this at the end as well, but if there's any questions about anything you see in the video, in terms of things I'm swatching and playing with, definitely leave a comment. I have a lot of things in my collection that are not specifically available as singles, either anymore or for other reasons. So I will do my best if you have questions on like what I used and if there are options out there to replace that. But if you are a fan of colorful makeup and textures and just playing with shadows and swatching the hell out of them, I would love for you to keep on watching and see how we build some very colorful, very fun 5-pan palettes that kick Colourpop's ass, in my quite humble opinion. Okay, enough weirdness. Let's get into the rest of the weird video. Also, because I often get asked this question, this spatula has a magnet on the end, and it is from Artistry Kit Company. I always say this is overpriced for what it is, but at the same time, I use it and adore it. Also, a random note. The desk where I film has a hole, and I cannot, for the life of me, get the camera further over, so I'm just letting you know in case it bothers you as much as it bothers me. Look at this beauty. She is beauty. She is grace. I also reorganized a lot of my shadows recently, so I feel a renewed spirit to reach for these beauties and show them a little bit more love. So just to talk through the beginnings. So as you can see, each one of these palettes has an iridescent picked out, and then most of them have some kind of multi-chrome, and there's going to be other ones that we'll add in as we go. And anything where you're seeing multiples of multi-chromes, that's because we have decisions to make. So this top is my green to yellow palette. This is the turquoise. This is the pink to purple, blue to purple, my orange and red, my blue, my green to blue, and my peach to pink concept. That's a little bit more loosely defined, but to be honest, vermilion from Cleona, I just couldn't not use it. And now, for some reason, every time I talk about Cleona, I have some weird accent. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. I just have to show these beautiful shadows. I'm not sure if I'm going to use any of these, but these are, I put all like pastel shiny shadows together. I am a pastel shiny shadow goblin, my word. But I'm going to set that aside for the moment. You get a little bit of a sneak preview as to how I reorganize my shadows as well, or a view, because I don't actually know if I'm going to do a video on it. And this beautiful baby is round pan matte shadows. So I feel like there's some shades that are just kind of no-brainers, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm not sure if I would call them no-brainers. I'll show you as well. This is my square pan palette. This palette features Lethal Menagerie, Adept, Touch of Glam, and this bottom row is the Natasha Denona Gold palette. So don't know what I'll be using from here, but we might use it. And this last big bubby is not really organized at the moment, but it's the rest of my round pan, and these are all shimmers. That gives you a little bit of a preview, because I know myself, and as soon as I started looking at everything all together, I got overwhelmed. So we're gonna focus on a color story at a time. And of course, we're starting with the color story that I am biased to adore: the yellows and the greens. So I really love the idea of each 5 pan having an iridescent, having a really special shimmer multi-chrome situation, and then perhaps having 3 mattes, which for me is pretty matte heavy. I might go for 2 mattes in some of the palettes, but the thing with a lot of palettes is that they often don't go as rich or as deep as a lot of people are looking for. I'm highly considering a couple of different greens, and I want to also warn you, if you're new here, I tend to repan a lot of eyeshadows, so I cannot promise that everything that I include in these palettes is accessible as a single eyeshadow that you can purchase. I'm trying to be more cognizant of that these days, but I can't promise it. So I want to give that heads up. These three. I feel like this one. I mean, do I need all 3 of these? No. No. Okay, well, this one is out. Is that the one that I switched? Again, they're very close. Let's swatch these 3 greens. So I think of the matte yellows that I have, I definitely want to use this one. This is Daisy from Dandelion Cosmetics. Tangy from Dandelion might be a better yellow, but I dropped it and it's gone. That's also a yellow I have from Glam Light. And then we have Lemon Drop from Colored Rain. That's also tempting. This is Light Year, which was an absolute must for this. I might actually change my mind because while I really like this yellow on me, it's reading very pastel when I'm mixing it with the greens, and that's not really what I want. I'm really going for like punchy color, and I think I'm gonna do something slightly unexpected, and I decided to put in, well, I guess not that unexpected because I like them, but I'm putting in both of the vivid pigment colors. So we have a few more decisions to make. I never know if these videos are interesting or boring as fuck. Yeah, that's the kind of vibrancy I'm really going for. Now, the two multi-chromes I'm considering are Patina, which is pretty expected because it's a, green yellow, and then Weld, which has a slight neutrality to it, which you can see there. That's Patina. You really get that olive on camera. And then that is Weld, which, holy moly, you're getting that red. Okay, that wasn't actually as expected. Let me zoom in a little because I'm teasing y'all. Weld is such a cool color, but the olive in Patina is really drawing me in because I feel like you can get that grunginess from it and with this kind of palette. And then if you really wanted something more vibrant, if you went heavier on the green and even used Light Year over it, you'd get that green. And then for the matte, I think I'm just gonna go with the one that's just like the touches darker, which I honestly have no idea where it's from. It might be from a Colored Rain palette. I truly don't know, but I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Like, do you pick Patina or Weld, or do either one of those not make you happy? Also, I cannot get the green from Light Year to show up on camera right now, and it is annoying me. You can kind of know. But anyway, I do think I'm going to save Weld for a different palette, a different moment. And that is my first 5-pan. Okay, let's get moving because I'm taking my sweet, sweet time. When it comes to turquoise, I feel like no one really talks about the range that turquoise can hit, because when I think turquoise, I mean, if we're looking at pastels, which I know is a little trickier, I think turquoise can really range anywhere from here to here. Like, I think that there is a green to blue range, and I was really drawn in by Heirloom because it has that green. Like, you're getting such a minty green look on camera right now, but from this direction it's very, very like turquoise, like oceany. it's so interesting to see what can and can't pick up on camera. So I think it's such a beautiful color, and some people really think about it as green, but to me, like, that is a turquoise, and wow, it looks so minty gold on camera. It's blowing my mind in one of the weirdest ways, like just boggling my mind. So yeah, so that is heirloom. And then cake bomb from Divina, it definitely veers more into blue, but it has like a turquoise shift to it. Kind of. Actually, now that I'm looking at it again, I'm like, I might change my mind. I don't know. It's a little bit hard to see. So, y'all will have to tell me if you think that was a good place to start. That was my concept, though. Now, I feel like for the mattes, I really need to lean into both the green and the blue. And I'm thinking Lethal might have what I'm looking for. Let's see. Ooh, this would be a good dark matte. Okay. Petrichor. It's not the darkest color that I have, but it's pretty dark. I feel more comfortable referencing for I feel more comfortable reaching for Petrichor than reaching for the deep turquoise in the gold palette, because that's not super accessible. And then we have Proxy, but we also have Yonder, which is from Lethal, but I had to repress it. And then there's like these kinds of greeny blue tones from Dandelion and Sydney Grace. That might be nice. They also might be too soft. And I'm considering replacing Cake Bomb with a shadow from my pastel palette. I feel like Petrichor is one of my favorite teals. Oh. I went in a little too hard, but that happens. And I kind of think teal and turquoise is like one and the same. They're not the same, but like we'll see. Maybe this is a teal palette in the end and not turquoise. I don't know. And also Lethal has a bad habit of duping themselves, so these colors may look pretty much the same. Yeah, although I think Yonder is gonna be more of my pick, but we'll see. Let's see if either of these minty tones are right. There's also, so this is Iceworm from the Menagerie Pastel Pup. This one is Seafoam from Sydney Grace. And then we have Spearmint from Dandelion. That's Iceworm. That's Seafoam. And Spearmint. Well, Seafoam is shockingly white, and so that's gonna go. They do, in some effect, kind of mix up to get, is that working really? Because that's the original color, and that's the... I think I would be okay with this as long as I go... we're just gonna have to play and see. Okay, I'm gonna go with Dandelion, Spearmint, and Yonder. And then, I think Cake Bomb has got to go. And I think I need to find a shimmer that will attempt to tie these together. Okay, so there are the existing swatches. And now this is Snowdrift. This is from Terra Moons. This is actually okay. So with the first batch of swipies, first of all, I had no idea that Snowdrift from Cleona was so beautiful. Are you focusing? And then I am feeling most drawn to this color from Divina, which is Nerds, because it's green to blue, but I feel like it really lands in that, hold on, that turquoise sweet spot. So in the end, that is that 5-pan. I'm curious. I don't know if I love it, but that is what we made. We're gonna call that one done. So I'm gonna swatch a bunch of purple shadows because we might be able to build the next 2 purple palettes kind of together at the same time. We'll see. Okay, those are all Lethal and a Menagerie color, and then I have Vivid Pigments. I also have, I feel like I need like a true blackened purple, which I might only really have as a shimmer, which I know is not everyone's cup of tea. Oh, that's such a pretty purple shimmer. I think that has got to go in the blue purple palette. And then we have a pinky purple palette. Purples are definitely not an easy color to formulate. But it's funny looking at these, like I could use a little bit more richness. This might work in the pink purple palette. We're gonna say maybe. Maybe. It's interesting. I've been like saying I'm doing analogous color stories, but I might have to change my tune because I feel like with 5 pans it's actually kind of tricky, and I think perhaps I should have been saying like different kind of undertones, because yeah, 5 pans are actually kind of tricky for analogous color stories, I'm gonna admit. That is a little bit more eye-opening than I expected. So if I'm going in that direction, I either want this pinky purple. I do really like this color. Yeah, the other colors I have are really more plummy. Let's swatch the bluey toned purple palette out and see what we think. I'm almost wondering, would this be too stark? I am surprising myself with how many of my vivid pigments I actually really like in this concept, but I think it's because they are some of the brightest colors that I have, and oh, I don't even see that. So I had a thought for the blue purple to go with these 5 colors, because you can blend these two together to get a more bluey tone purple. You have this beautiful vibrant purple, the blue to purple color royalty, and then iridescent. So I think I'm gonna go with that. And here's the thing, is that these Colourpop palettes are a little bit more pure color, so I guess I'm kind of feeling inspired in that dimension, in that I'm not going as murky or too pastel. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like perhaps I'm just building a big rainbow, but I guess that might be what I'm doing. I don't know. And I think for the pinky purple, I might be leaning into the pink. I don't feel like this is actually the right tone for any of the palettes I'm building. It's more of like a plummy purple. And so, yeah, I don't quite have a dark enough shade for what I would prefer. Oh, I like that. And that is a neglected shadow that I have from Adept. Okay, let's swatch this baby out. This is kind of the unsure one so far. This is Abrasion from Cleona, but when I was swatching earlier off camera, I thought it really does do the pinky purple. It has a bit of a blue glittery effect in there, but it's much more pink than I thought it was. And it's a really pretty texture. And this is definitely, I think, leaning into the pink. I actually really like that color story. It's like not perfect, but it's also really pretty. So then those would be the 2 purple palettes. And so we have a much more cool toned situation and a much more warm toned pinky situation. I think I'm happy with those. As you can see, I'm struggling a little bit with this, but I think I'm happy with that result. And you all, I managed to build a blue purple palette and not include JD Glow's Anomaly, which is still an absolute favorite of mine, but like, you know, I could give it a break. For the blue palette, I really like these 2 tones from Lethal, which are these 2. So I think I want to go with that, and then get like a mid-tone vibrant matte and some kind of blue shimmer. These are 2 shimmers from the Square Pan palette. and that is Twilight down there. I feel like an obvious answer for the brightest one might be Drip Drop. But I also have Neo Blue. Again, they're both Colored Rain colors. Drip Drop and Neo Blue. I think I'm gonna go actually with Neo Blue because Drip Drop has that bit of a green edge to it that I don't actually want. Okay. And then I think that whatever we do for the shimmer, I feel like should be pretty punchy and not as icy as these. We could do just like a straight up cobalt. I feel like I don't have as many exciting blues. This is more turquoise. Not turquoise, but we have a bit of a conundrum. This is a blue from Adept. That's like a blue purple. Here's what I want to see. Okay, so I'm going to do something a tiny bit unexpected. I'm gonna go with that really bright blue. And then take out this one and try to find something more in the middle. Actually, I think I like this is Nightfall from Sydney Grace. Okay, one last swatch because I cannot help myself. Yeah, okay, Lethal, sorry. This is a shadow from Colored Rain, yet again, because it has that depth that I think that this needs just a teensy bit more depth. So that is my little blue palette. Okay. Now since we just did blue, I want to do blue-green, and we'll see if I can actually do this analogous color story. We shall see. So I pulled out, I was inspired by Glint, which is an iridescent shadow from Cleona that shifts from blue to green. And it's just, oh, and gold, I guess. And then actually when I was swatching this, it was like, oh, well, Neo Blue has that slightly more warm tone blue color happening in it. That feels like it leans into the green world a little bit. So maybe I can use that. I'm just kind of playing around with this one. And then I'm either going to use Seaweed, which is from JD Glow. Sorry, I'm not swatching these on camera. Which is like green to blue. Or I'm going to use a Gargoyle from Cleona, which has obviously some neutral tone to it, which I don't think I mean, I noticed, but it wasn't as obvious before. So I think I am gonna stick with Seaweed, even though I'll be honest that Cleona shadows have more of the shiny shine to them. But as you can see, perhaps in the but you can perhaps see how much love Seaweed has gotten. So I'm gonna give it some more love. So let's try Eden from Lethal. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I wish Seaweed was looking more green or blue on camera. Let's see what this color looks like. Oh no, that's more minty. Okay. You know what's so hard is that you can't really see the blue to be able to see how this color story is working. That's very effing annoying. I do like Eden. I do think that's pretty. I think this one is just gonna be a weird little analogous color story. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. So this swatch over here is Draco from Divina, and yet again it's giving me like turquoise, but you're just seeing green. I think I'm just gonna go with that. I don't know. It's a weird little. Why? I feel like this happens to me often. I start these projects and then I'm like, man, I hate it. It's different enough from the very blue color story that I think it's kind of cool, but it might still lean a little green for what people imagine for blue-green. But, you know, I'm overthinking everything, so let's just go with this. Okay, cool. Glad you agree. Let's talk red-orange, because I do think I can do an analogous red-orange color story. I think for 5 colors, those colors are so close that I think I can get away with it. Ray from Cleona is really why I wanted to make this color story. Because, so like Ray is Red Giant, but like, but better. And of course it's reading very pink, but it's like, it's fiery sun in a shadow. It's like red, orange, and pink. And I think Starfire from Divina is another good option. Yes, because this gives that. Yes, this is why I knew I could do this color story in 5 colors, because with 2 really good multichromes, I could probably even use something like this color. Which one was this one? Let's just swatch and see. This one is Kiln from Cleona. But for me, but Y'all are gonna hate me. How many 5-pan palettes can I make with 3 shimmers? I'm a mess. I'm a mess. But I'm also not upset about it. So, I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. And I think I just want to go like straight true red. Like fucking fire engine motherfucking red. Oh, I kind of love this color story. Oh. What's wrong with me? I don't know. And then am I just gonna go as true orange? I might just be going true orange in this bitch. I mean, don't hate me, but yeah, that's it. That's a color story. I don't know why it's making me laugh so much, but I'm just like, that's it. If you hate deepening up colors with shimmers, just don't watch me. That's all. Then again, if you stop watching, you'll miss, my literal mental breakdowns doing fucking duping the vibes videos. So I mean, it's your loss. It's your choice, but it's your loss. My little rainbow palette pile is growing. So, oh yeah, you can see that. Okay, so Vermilion from Cleona and Europa from Terra Moon. They're fucking special, particularly Vermilion. Vermilion is like a peachy gold flashing to this rosy pink that you see. So I really want to do a peach to pink palette. Now this might be one where I stay in a more mid-tone range rather than going too deep. But let's see. I kind of even want to start as soft as that is sorbet from yeah, because it's funny when I look at it from this angle, the like there is this like peachy tone in Vermilion, but it tends to flash more strongly golden pink. Is this gonna be different enough? I do kind of like that. Again, even though it's mid-tone, it does build up. This is one of the few singles from Colourpop I've kept. It's Poodle. I feel like I want like a deepening shade that's like rosy red pink, but I don't know if that really exists in my collection. I kind of like the way Cascade plays because the formula with Lethal blends out so nicely, and you can go like a step up from the pink, and I think you would be able to blend this peach into it. I'm kind of taking a chance with this color story. I guess I'm feeling a little bit more adventurous as we're going. I don't know. This is kind of analogous. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it because it's a little something different, but like I also feel like they work together. Yeah, I think I'm just feeling braver now as I'm going. Okay, that works. So originally I was like, okay, I have these 8 ideas. Here's the thing. I am officially going bonkers, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, but I feel like I'm kind of missing some colors. Yeah, I know, I said that. So here's the other thing. Hold, please, let me show you this. So when I first was talking about the very first color I did, it was like yellow and green, yellow and green. And then I realized that the analogous color family is kind of tricky to create in 5-pans, and so I was doing, you know, a little bit more monochromatic. I learned, and probably the intro you're going to see is not going to have me talking about analogous, but that was the original idea. So, you know, I had this yellow here, and they're both colored rain formulas, the yellow and the green. They would totally work together. Lightyear has some yellow in it, but I what I really wanted to do, and what I'm glad I'm doing, is this. Because this is Electric from Menagerie, and this brings into this olivey tone, and yeah, this is the dream quad. I hope you all love just how annoying the palettes on the screen are to you as well as to me. So since I took this yellow out, I thought, what about building a yellow quint? So here's what I'm thinking. I think that I actually do want to bring Daisy back in from Dandelion Co. Okay. There's one other color I'm considering in this spot right here. Oh, that's where it is. And then I feel like a nice yellow toned brownish. Okay, so the original color that I thought I wanted to include is Vela from Divina, one of the star chasers. It definitely has like a yellow to pink shift. Another kind of yellow to pink option is Flare from Pretties for Your Face, which is a little bit more saturated. And then the other shimmer that I am wanting to include is Lemonade from JD Glow, which makes it pretty easy to pick Vela over Flare because they have a similar shift, but you could layer Vela over Lemonade to get a like middle of the ground kind of yellow, and I think that the Vela color would be nice on an inner corner iridescent kind of moment. I do like the softness of was this Daisy? Yes, Daisy from Dandelion, and I still adore Lemon Drop from Colored Rain, and I think that it has a really nice saturation. And then, like I said, I felt like I wanted a mustardy color, but with some depth, and these all might jump too far. Actually, no, even that one is nice. Some of these are definitely more green tones. Yeah, no, we're gonna strike that out. That could work, but it's kind of leaning into the green. And then, let's see. more of like a camely orange. Or this one. I think I like the way that first one plays with the yellow. And here's the thing with yellows, is they are beautiful colors, but they are not the most versatile color on the block. So I feel like having a quad, a quint, a 6-pan of yellow is like it covers most of your bases. Oh wait, I'm still showing you. Like, I still think that covers most of your bases, really. Even a quad taking out Daisy. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I didn't think too much about it. I have one other thought, because again, I can't stop my damn brain right now. So when I'm looking at all these colors, I feel like I'm missing pinks. Like just doing like a lovely pink quint. And I know doing more seems absolutely ridiculous right now, but basically, I want to. I know. I'm an absolute complete mess. But I feel like I have come this far, so why not? I also opened up this beauty and I was like, but there are so many pinks in here that I have not even considered. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Because like I said, I'm a mess. And when it comes to pink mattes, my options are pretty straightforward. Well, actually, I'm gonna do something amazing. I'm gonna put ACD5 back. I pulled it out instinctively, but I know myself. I use that color all the time, and I don't have to always use it. So I'm gonna try not to. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. Let's do some pink swatches real quick on the mattes and make some decisions. I was thinking about going deeper with the pinks, but I think I want to keep them kind of Barbie pink. I think again I'm gonna lean on my vivid pigments, and I think I want to use the pastel pink. My hands are officially tired of me swatching anything. May not need this middle tone matte. Let's see. I feel like I'm going to do the thing again where I use 3 shimmers. I know. Y'all are tired of me doing that. Oh well, whatever. And that is Kaleidoscope from Cleona, which I'm not totally sold on, actually. AKA from JD Glow is giving me all of the Barbie pink dreams. I think I would rather have which one is this? This is Taffy Bomb. Okay. So if we do that, I think we could do like one more middle of the road pink. Actually, I don't use this often enough, but I think this is really pretty. So let's swatch these out. We are almost there, y'all. We're almost there. Oh, iridescent shadows just do something to me. Also, swatching on a damp hand, so the mattes might appear a little bit different. I am so happy I got this. This is AKA, and I just, in the last like 6 months, got it, and I don't know, I'm just getting Barbie dreams. Barbie dreams. This is a Divina shadow. And it's definitely more satin, but it has such a nice, like, vibrancy to it. And it's not too blue toned. And then a sandbar. Maybe not the most unique pink quint, but I'm actually kind of feeling it. I kind of like the matching satin and matte color. I don't know, it's gotten into me, but I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna rearrange a little bit, and let's do a little outro, because damn, I've been here for too long. Okay. So now that I have managed to rearrange and squish these on screen so that you can see them all, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 different quints, 10 different 5-pan palettes, some that are monochromatic and some that are analogous. And I hope this was enjoyable or fun or whatever. I do think that for me, doing this many color stories at one time was a bad idea. Bad idea. But, you know, we got here. And I feel like no matter how I usually end up feeling at the end of these videos, y'all seem to enjoy them. So I appreciate that, because right now I feel like I made a mistake. I made a mistake doing this and filming this. But no mistakes are made when we're just playing with makeup. So I hope you enjoyed this video and this process. And if you have any questions about anything I included in these palettes, any of the shadows, anything like that, feel free to leave them in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on this video and process, and if you found the process inspiring or the final color stories inspiring or anything like that, it would be very helpful to hear. I would love for you to like the video and share it out and send it to friends, and let more humans see this video so that it's worth it, because I love you all that are here on a regular, but I would also love for more humans to see these kinds of videos. And I appreciate your time spent with me, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And also, most importantly, do not forget to take care of yourself better today than you did yesterday, because you are worth it. Bye, friends.